Adolf Hitler was a well-known politician and authoritarian who was behind the biggest bloodbath in history. How did a tyrant like him achieve so much power? During World War I, Allied forces were on the brink of defeating Germany, and this forced the country to sign a treaty to end the war. And as their government fell, the people of Germany resorted to countless strikes and rallies. Knowing that the chaos will evolve into an uprising, parliamentary majorities built an initiative that would aid the citizens and prevent an impending communist revolution. This resulted in establishing the German People's State, which is also known as the Weimar Republic. With the newly established government, the Weimar Republic's first responsibility is to apply the peace agreement that was promoted by the Allied Party. The Armistice of 1918 includes the withdrawal of forces, the release of the Allied prisoners of war, and surrendering both warships and arms. Aside from these, Germany must demolish its army, surrendering several occupied territories, and pay war reparations. Germany's already plummeted economy was destroyed much more due to the sum of these terms. This was a big embarrassment for the higher-ups of Germany. In their minds, Germany could have the ultimate victory if only the protesters and most of the politicians did not become unfaithful during the war. The fall of Germany became an obsession with Hitler. The baseless facts, deceptions, and misunderstanding of Germany's laws became his strength. Another weapon that he used to attract more people to his aspirations is his anti-Semitic narratives. This diverted the blame on the Jews, accusing them of war profiteering, betrayal to the European countries, and eventually manipulating World War I. This ill-founded idea became a relief to many, and most people still carry this notion up to this date. Even though Hitler's concept is made of a whole chunk of bullshit, people still believed him amidst a crisis. His rage and bigotry during his public speeches when he was in a nationalist political party captured the hearts of large crowds. The power of his words delivers irresistible promises to flatten civil unrest, which in reality are poison to the peace the people were hoping for. Hitler's baloney and anti-Semitism was indeed his combo to persuade the world that Jews were the sole reason why Germany collapsed. Hitler's infamous party, the Nazi, was not really popular and powerful when it was formed. In the first few years of the Nazi party, Hitler was jailed for treason after a failed coup d'etat against the Weimar Republic along with a bunch of early Nazi members. But his rise did not stop there. Months after he was imprisoned, Hitler immediately reorganized the Nazi party. Fast forward to 1929, the stock market crashed. Country after country withdrew their loans from each other. The Great Depression took place. Hitler saw this as an opportunity and used the people's sadness and fury against themselves, promising that he will heal the economic issue of Germany. 3 years later, Hitler ran for the presidential office but was defeated by Paul von Hindenburg, who was a war hero. Even though he lost the election, Hitler still pursued to appease the mass and supported the newly elected president. Because of this, Hitler was appointed as chancellor by elite businessmen and political advisors. The following year, an arson set the parliament building on fire. Because of this, Hitler urged the government to give him emergency powers to pursue the Communist Party, who allegedly burned down the parliament. After passing the decree, the mass arrest of leftist parties took effect, including the Communist Party parliamentary delegates. With the seats empty, The Nazi Party took over and became the majority. Along with these events, anti-Jewish laws came to effect, and civil liberties including freedom of the press were suspended. Although it didn't require the total annihilation of opposing parties, Hitler did not hesitate to exhibit repression of those that did not follow him. All of this happened right before World War II, when Hitler and the Nazis became a superpower. It is a hint of how frail democratic governments can be exploited, along with its troubled, angry people. It is a scar to history and a warning to us. Adolf Hitler will go down in history as a man who was able to light the embers of hatred in his people for personal gain.